Hi everyone, welcome to week 6 in English 101B. I hope you guys had a great weekend. This week we do have a lot going on, specifically dealing with our first major paper assignment, in that first major paper is due this week. Okay, your final draft of that is due on Wednesday by the end of the day. So I do have a couple of pages for you to review. I've got a page on overall requirements for major papers, and then I've got a page that looks at MLA style for rough and final drafts. So make sure that you review that content ahead of uploading your final draft, just to make sure that you have everything in line as far as those types of requirements for your paper. Okay, and of course take the first couple of days this week to look over your draft, make sure that you have made any changes or revisions that you want to ahead of uploading the final draft. Now, this quarter I was able to get you guys feedback on your drafts for peer review number 1. I made the attempt to get you feedback on the drafts that you uploaded for peer review number 2, but unfortunately I just plain ran out of time to do that. I don't normally give feedback on each draft, but I had the really high hopes that I would be able to do that this quarter, but time just ran away, and unless you specifically requested that I take a look at your draft, I did not upload comments for peer review number 2, and I have not had a chance to look over specifically each draft for peer review number 3. So don't be waiting on my feedback in order to make changes or revisions. Instead, if you have a specific question about your draft or about a comment left by a peer during review, get in touch with me directly. Send me an email, let me know, and that way I can clarify any questions that you have or concerns that you have ahead of your upload to the final draft of the assignment. Okay? All right. The rest of this week, I would like you to take a look over the directions for major paper number 2. And that's not just a paper assignment, it's a project, and it deals with revision, and it deals with the paper that you wrote for English 101A. So go through those instructions, and then I have a discussion board very similar to what we did at the beginning of the quarter, where you upload 2 questions, and those questions are centered around the instructions for major paper number 2. And if I were to answer those questions, you would better be able to get started on the assignment. So make sure that you upload to that discussion board. Okay. Also, reading notes batch number 1 are due this week, and I do have an extra credit opportunity for everybody in a set of optional lecture notes on grammar. This set of grammar focuses on capitalization and punctuation, and some of the forms of punctuation that we don't usually spend a lot of time on, like colons and semicolons and hyphens and dashes and things like that. Okay, so I do have an exercise and a quiz, and those are completely optional, but extra credit if you are to complete those. Okay, trying to think what else do we have. I believe that our only other assignment then, that leaves us with just weekly journals. Make sure that you upload those by the end of the day on Friday. Again, send me questions that you have throughout the week, but especially ahead of the paper due date on Wednesday if you have a question about our major paper number 1. Okay? Have a great week, guys, and I'll be chatting with you.